I had to feel get back out there today.
It felt great to get back out there. Obviously, when you got that, kind of a bad taste in your mouth and you lose some football games, but we're out there now. It's like a breath of fresh air to get out there and go out and see what our guys can do. We watched them run around in the winter program, and now they're in the spring, and it'll be interesting to see how they compete up front.
One of the bigger overhauls from last year to this year has been the offensive line. What are your thoughts kind of going into this process with all these new pieces and kind of how to fit all those in to get the right five?
It's going to be a challenge for us, a challenge for them, but I enjoy that. I think that they're going to be able to develop their own game. They're going to develop their own personalities. It's their room now, so I do think that they have the opportunity to put their signature on Kansas history. So they got to step up and go play.
Obviously, it's hard to compare the seniors that you lost last year and these new guys, but are there any things that this new group brings that maybe you didn't have before, or maybe some unique skills that they have?
I think that the one thing that I've just noticed from some of the guys, they're fierce competitors. So not saying those guys weren't before, but they compete in everything they do, and it's fun to watch them go out there and they're competing. They want to show what they can do. They want to show whether it's one drill, whether it's a sprint, or whether it's in team, they're being very competitive, which is nice to watch.
Well, two of those guys at the top of the depth chart that are new are Nalu and Mike Smithburg. Can you talk a little bit about those?
Yeah,
two?
I think those two exemplify what I just talked about they're competitors. They're nasty. They're tough players. They're competitors, and they're gonna have an opportunity to show us what they can do.
What do you remember about? You probably coached against Pat Lewandowski.
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember about him then?
Well, I think Pat's one of our best athletes, and he had put some extra weight on, and he had to get bulk up a little bit, but he kept that athleticism, which says a lot about him. So, Pat, he's going to have an opportunity to use that athleticism. He's still developing as a left tackle. There's a lot to that. It's a stressful position, but he's done a nice job of developing and working into that.
Having that knowledge of being on the defensive side, does that transition as an offensive lineman, things you can take from that to help him grow?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think there's some things that you can learn. I mean, it's using your hands and separation, and those are the kind of things that obviously that defensive linemen do, and offensive linemen kind of have to do the same thing.
Well, I know talking to the guys yesterday, it sounded like they were really excited I know they haven't got on the pads yet. They'll probably come later in the week, but as a coach, how were you excited were you to get out there today and get going?
Yeah,
again?
I was excited to get out there. We saw some mistakes, we did some things wrong, and you always said, gosh, I wish we would have done better, but it was fun to get out there.